Hello and welcome to Cricket Scrapbook. My name is Vaibhav Minocha and you are watching Scrapbook Trash Talk with me and with my dear friend Suren, who is currently in Perth in Australia. How are you, Suren? What do you feel about the week that was?
Good. It's been an exciting week. I think there was it's a week of big scores, but also a week
Yeah,
of little tight matches, low scoring
yeah.
games. So yeah, I think it's getting a little exciting now. But let's see how
Okay.
things will pan out.
So, for context, for anyone who's going to be watching this, Suren might be in Perth, but he is a die-hard Sunrisers fan. And if you cut open his wrist, there might be orange blood coming out instead of red.
Me and Abhishek Sharma
So,
both.
yes. While I may not be as avid of a supporter of my team, which is Kolkata Knight Riders, I still support the men in purple, who were formerly the men in black, black and gold actually. And we have a third friend who is due to join us. I just got his message that he's joining us in 5 minutes, and he is an RCB supporter. So before he comes in, Suren, what do you think about SRH and the kind of week they had? I just wanted to keep it brief at this stage because we will do a full analysis of SRH later. But a general overview of what happened in the past week for SRH.
Yeah, I mean it's been a record 5 game winning streak. Not just this week; it started from previous week. So things have been going really well, and not just our batting, even bowling is clicking really well at this point of time, and contributions from everyone.
Yeah,
Even on a given day, one of them doesn't perform, the other one takes up the torch, and then going forward, it's almost like the team is marching on. Every single person in the team is going really well, and 5 games streak, despite playing a couple of them away games, that's still good. So I feel this is a good time to peak and good time not just to be in top four, but also be in top two. So I think that's what they're looking at right now, not just top four as well, but top two. And if they win tomorrow against KKR, they'll be on top. So exciting times. So far, I haven't seen any weakness as such, except the fact that the power play bowling, I just feel if they can be more penetrative, which we'll discuss further. But yeah, just few things here and there. But so far, the team is just pulling through, no matter the situation. So that is good. Exciting times to be an SRH fan, despite how it started.
yeah,
It wasn't great because we just won one in 4 games at the start, and from there onwards, winning 5 in a row is something, yeah, no one expected. But just talks about the team that is, everyone's clicking in, and even the people are not in form, like Travis said, or some, and they're just getting into form. So yeah, I'm happy being an SRH fan. Finally, I can breathe little freely. But it's IPL. You never know. Next match sometimes can
yes, sir,
take
yes,
down the
sir.
momentum. So you never know what happens. But so far, I'm happy. So far, it's been a very great last couple of weeks as a fan and for the team as well.
Yeah, since we did touch upon SRH, I think it's best to continue the flow and just talk a little more in detail about the stuff that has been going right for them. I think, as you rightly said, they've won five on the trot now. And while, um, you know, players like Travis Head haven't really come into focus yet, um, he is a big match player, and I think he will get back into his rhythm sooner rather than later. I mean, it was not long back when Abhishek Sharma was struggling as well, and currently between Abhishek Sharma and Klassen, SRH has 830 runs or 830 odd, so
Yeah.
might even be 837 or something. So I think SRH is in a. Oh, we have Manny here.
Hello,
The
hello, hello.
legend of Manny keeps on growing, and he keeps joining us late, despite rescheduling this podcast.
Okay, so okay. In my defense, it's been a busy day.
Yes, sir. It's been a
Busy day. Also, I
busy
shaved,
day.
by the way. Thanks for
Yes,
noticing.
I was just wondering why do you resemble Rishi Kapoor, but then yeah, sure.
Nice.
I could see the double chin, so I realized you shaved.
I want to murder both of you.
Yeah. So, guys, we're just putting the trash in trash talk, and in
Definitely.
fact, the trash has just arrived as well, so it's fine.
So, what's up, guys? What are we talking about?
So, yeah, as I was saying, we were just discussing SRH and their 5 wins on the trot. Suren showed his excitement and his happiness about SRH, and yeah, while we are all talking about the batting, yes, Ishan Kishan has had a bad last couple of matches, maybe, but he has scored at a strike rate of 197 this IPL. And overall, as a batting unit, especially in the last 5 games, they've started firing. And like Ishan Malinga coming into some sort of a rhythm, and Hinge now taking wickets again in the last match. I think it's all positive signs for SRH, and they seem to be the team to beat right now. What do you think, Manny, about
I
SRH?
think SRH's surge is crazy right now. Like, where were you guys at the end of week two, Suri? You guys had 4 losses, 1 win.
Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty much.
That was the case. Yeah, from there, I think they've won what, 5, 6 on the trot?
5 in a row.
Crazy. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's a good run. It's a great run. I think it's only been accentuated by the fact that Pat is back. Leading the team again, and you can see the difference in the squad. People have clearer roles, and Ishan Kishan definitely has a little bit more freedom, which I'm excited to see what he does with. But otherwise, also, I think even in his tenure as captaincy, I think we saw some sparks of under 19 level strategy. Like, he was not a bad captain at all. Absolutely not something that SRH doesn't have to be proud of. I think he was great, and on the field and off the field as well, he carried himself like a captain for the first 3 weeks of this tournament. So lots for SRH to be happy about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I think
Any other thoughts on
I
SRH?
realize
mean, Riyan Parag is a different kind of captain, right? Like, you would, if Ishan Kishan
We'll
was caught vaping, then
we shall
also
we
it's a
shall
little,
get there.
yeah, like it's like the captains of this tournament have very different personalities going around. There's like, I think at this point, um, there are maybe 7 teams in the tournament that have stability in terms of captaincy. Then there's KKR, which I'm counting as two. I mean, I won't
Yeah.
say that KKR's loss feels personal.
Okay, since we are heading in that direction, we had about 9 matches that happened last week. The first match, if we count from last Sunday to till about yesterday, the first match was CSK versus Gujarat Titans, which Gujarat won by about 8 wickets, with Sudarshan and Gill like putting up a performance like they usually do, and Josh Butler like giving the finishing push. And then the next game we had KKR versus LSG, which again KKR won because of Rinku Singh's great performance, two back-to-back performances by Rinku. So, any thoughts on the first couple of games that happened last Sunday, guys?
With KKR, at least it was Rinku against the world. Like, that game was, if there's a catch, Rinku Singh is there. If there is a wicket, Rinku Singh is there. If there is batting issues for KKR, Rinku Singh is there. Like, he's stabilizing innings, he's accelerating, he is defining the tempo. I mean, it's a lot of work. But I'm glad that this player's come around. He had a bad patch for the last, what, 8, 9 months ish. Like, ever since the last IPL ended, I think he showed some promise towards the end of last IPL. He had a couple of good innings. But ever since then, even with the India stint that he's had a lean patch. He also hasn't gotten games. I think what Rinku Singh
Fair
has
enough.
appeared in 3, maybe 4 T20s since last year for India for Indian internationals. So yeah, I mean, he had a slew of, what I wouldn't say bad performances, but just wrong place, wrong time, or just not there at all, kind of a year.
I
And
think Rinku played exactly a total of one game in the Asia Cup, and played an exactly a sum total of one ball and hit a four to win us the Asia Cup final. So that's been Rinku Singh's story. Either he is not there, or when he shows up, he like shows up properly. Um, Suri, I don't know if you saw this, but I want to ask you specifically about Ankrish Raghuvanshi's um, dismissal, where he was given out obstructing the field. Did you see this? And if
Yeah.
yes, what were your thoughts on this?
No, no, for me, it feels more on the lines of not out because of the fact that when he started running backwards, it's very difficult to completely to run 90 degrees and run backwards. You need
Yeah,
to take a detour to run backwards. And also, people were speculating, saying that, Ankush is watching the ball and he knows where the ball is coming. On on a given day, as a cricketer, everyone watches the ball. That is the first rule of cricket. If a bowler, you have to watch the ball. If you're a batter, you have to watch the ball. So you're watching the ball as instinctively as it comes. And when then he turned and then he went back to the crease and the ball hit his foot, I don't think he would have planned such elaborate ploy in those few seconds. I
yeah.
feel there's something which was totally out of his control. And also for Rishabh Pant and LSG to even kind of appeal for that. I don't think, okay, we talk about sportsman spirit and everything, and they have the right to appeal, but also I feel they have the right to take back the appeal as well. And from my personal understanding, it was a not out. And right after the next day, there was an MCC ruling on it as well. And the MCC ruling kind of favored it to be an out. But again, I just feel it's yeah, not out.
I think we will touch upon this again in regards to a catch that was taken on an RCB game.
I have a
Manny, do you
rant.
want to talk about that?
Comment below if you guys are okay with another rant. I have a rant, and by the time we reach that game, that rant would have reached its peak.
So, Manny,
So
I
comment
think
below.
our 100 or so viewers that watch us consistently would love to hear your rant. So please go for it.
Okay, this rant is titled "Umpires ke paise kaato." Okay, quite simply, in IPL this year, the umpiring has been abysmal. And by abysmal, I'm still, abysmal is still, I think, a nice word for it. Incompetent, it doesn't quite begin to fill it. Domestic terrorism goes too far. So I think it's somewhere in the middle of that, where what is happening is like it started from the Sunrisers match. I think it was the second match the Sunrisers played this year, or the first against RCB,
First match.
where there was
First match.
yeah, where there was a catch. And as an RCB fan, I'd say that did not look legitimate, like from any angle. At that time, you felt okay until last week when it happened to you. Then you're like, nay, nay, now fine, yes, okay, call me a hypocrite. I am equally responsible for this. But at the end of the day, it, overall incompetence does not make it fair for everybody, right? You have reached that point in the tournament now where me as a RCB fan and Suri as an SRH fan have both faced this situation on opposite ends and on the same end. It cannot be this common. Right from Ankrish Raghuvanshi to catch drops to, taking 20 minutes to review a wide and then declaring a catch in 30 seconds. I would like to know what are the parameters that they are judging umpiring on, and if those parameters are available, how low are these umpires currently scoring? And shouldn't there be some kind of a repercussion for something like this? I mean, it hurts the fan bases, obviously, but it also hurts the credibility of the tournament overall. Already the world calls IPL an entertainment hub, which it is. But that doesn't mean that your umpiring is going to treat it that way as well. It is a game at the end of the day. Umpires are there to maintain equality, fairness, take the right calls. They have the right technology available to them. They're getting paid the big bucks. They're getting all the education they need. Players are turning to umpiring because it seems like, I don't know, that decision could only come from the fact that that seems like something you can do, right? Because of all the tools and technology available to you. So why is it that everywhere that you have more technology coming in and helping these guys out, that these guys are still making worse decisions than what they were taking in 2016? Look at the umpiring decisions of 2014, 2015, 2016. Look at the umpiring decisions of DRS and pre-DRS.
Yeah.
It is horrible. And like, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. If there are other people that have had their teams where, you're watching a match and it shows that it's not a catch and then the umpire declares it out, do comment below, because there's something that really needs to be talked about a little bit more in the international circuit. There are other decisions umpires are taking and broadcasters are taking and BCCI is taking as a whole, which I don't agree with as well. I mean, ban or like take Rayan Parag's money away for vaping, but then run a Vimal ad like 30 seconds later doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's a lot of these things are contradictory, and BCCI really needs to take a call on whether they want this to be purely entertainment, in which case we will treat it as that, or whether they actually want to respect the sport that they're playing as well.
Before I go to Suri, I just want to highlight for our viewers as well that just before the IPL began, BCCI sat down with all 10 captains and coaches and gave them a proper demonstration on what kinds of catches will not be allowed in this year's IPL. And one of the catches, for example, was Mitchell Stark's catch, which happened in the Ashes a couple of years back, where he had palmed the ball. Now, that example is a very clear example of what kind of catches aren't allowed. And then you move on to SRH's first two games, which were against RCB and KKR, and catches, albeit not exactly similar, but in the same breath, have been ruled against the batter. So this to me does not make sense. And
Yeah,
then what happens to Raghuvanshi? Um, MCC coming out and supporting it, to me makes zero sense. Again, I am a KKR fan, but I'm not such a big KKR fan that I would blindly support KKR. And I've been bashing KKR. If you followed this channel for any length of time, you know that I've been bashing KKR. But in this regard, I think that, man, he's just turning around to go back. He has maybe turned 20 degrees to the right, maybe. And that happens when you turn around at any point. Like if you're walking down the road and you make a U-turn, this is the smallest degree of turn that you will make. So I don't see how this was obstructing the field.
I honestly feel like eventually the umpires get a little frustrated because they're like, "Acha, I'm entertainment, I'm entertainment. Dekh, hum entertainment nahi hai. Ye le obstructing the field." Bro, I honestly that sound did to a certain level that looked like an ego decision. कि कैसा किया तू? Like umpiring hai, गुंडागर्दी nahi hai. And you guys learned and came and you have proofs available for a reason. The broadcasters can't even show the replays because of public outrage.
Yeah.
Jason Holder's catch was not replayed. I
Yes.
tried to go back 7 times myself on that live stream
Yes.
just so I can get a closer view. And they are actively avoiding it. It's not that they're not aware of it. It's not like this is the first time these guys are hearing about it. Achha, umpiring bad hai kya? Nahi, they're actively trying to hide it.
No, I want to clip this and I want to share it on other platforms as well, because this is a very important conversation. And I want Suri's take on this, because this is about the standard of the IPL as much as it is about the standard of the umpiring. And the overall
100%.
standard of the umpiring is going down, yes, but this actively reflects the standard of the IPL, because if decisions cannot be made correctly, then the value of a player putting in performances on the field is nothing, in my opinion. Suri, what do you think?
I think whenever you see catches like this, the element of doubt always remains. If that happens, you need to look at similar times what happened before, like instances. The Mitchell Stark one comes to my mind, and there's been a couple of international catches as well where the ball has been palmed on the ground and it was given not out. So if you go with historical precedents, you need to understand that okay, if you're going with the same decision before for certain similar catches, we cannot make a drastically different outcome right now, which is again going to be more problematic than ever. And also, I've seen Ashwin's podcast, and I think out of a lot of experts, Ashwin was the only one who supported the decision, saying that if you look, he took a ball and then he kind of put his fingers over the ball, and he kind of covered the ball almost completely. And then he says Jason Holder's fingers are much longer. That means it can cover the ball to a point. It's 90%, like almost like palming the ball himself completely. And all obviously, when he's palming the ball on the ground, it looks like the ball hit the ground, but his fingers must have been underneath it, even if at a point the nail or something underneath it. But again, I feel this can be achieved by just zooming in properly. I guess, like, it's not something which it has to be ambiguous, because the
Exactly.
technology is being there. Why not just zoom it clearly? And then, and also for the first 20 minutes, they haven't shown the replay of the catch. But once the situation has died down, they started showing replay of the catch, and it kind of felt like he not only palmed the ball a little bit, and he also took the help of the ball to get up, like little bit, like,
Yeah.
because body weight and everything. But the
Which is
second part is,
very similar to Mitchell Stark's catch.
yeah,
Let me
second
just
part
put
is
that
still,
here.
I don't really get with that, because obviously he took the catch and his control was there. But obviously, when you're sliding in, you cannot say control during that point of time, because of the fact that when a person is diving on sliding on the ground, it's difficult to establish control. That means it's already falling on the ground, and it's a big guy, so something might just happen that way. And I feel like even Manas said, of course it happened with my team as well. That means like RCB's catch Phil Salt on the rope that time, and I sound like hypocritical. Like, it's not about being hypocritical, but it's about understanding that if something happened, a mistake happened last week, we want some improvement in the coming weeks. We don't want situation to be a point where it's just getting worse and worse, and situation getting worse and worse. Even though the first catch that happened in IPL, first match, this was way back, like,
Yeah, and it
back.
was clear, like they have done it ever since. It's been the same thing where the catch happens and then they move on so fast. Like even with the holder catch, like we properly DRS, and even then the catch was shown.
You
The
need to
umpire was
make
like, yes, I
immense
can see
room.
he's in control. Thank you very much.
Because see, something happens this IPL in the first match, suddenly the next week or the next day, things have to get better. That means it's also almost like, okay, this IPL something bad is happening in terms of umpiring and everything. It's not like they don't want to fix it now; they want to fix it next year. Looks like that. And thing is, it's a long tournament. Things have to be.
Fine, then declare it, because currently, like when I'm watching matches, like
Yeah.
Kevin Peterson's YouTube channel where he takes a batsman, puts him in front of a bowling machine, and makes him hit sixes, and current IPL, I see very little difference.
Okay. Also, for our audience, please drop your thoughts. But I also want to point out that we are fans of Indian cricket and of the IPL. This criticism is coming from the point of view of fans
It's coming from
because we
frustration.
want to, yes, because we want to see the tournament improve. Now, moving on from this sort of dark topic of bad umpiring, I want to now focus
Talk
on
about it.
RCB and the kind of week that they've
Another
had.
dark topic currently.
No,
Oh, that.
because they have quietly gone from getting Delhi Capitals all out for 75 and at one stage having them 8 runs for 6 wickets to having lost another match just a couple of days back. So, because of having Manny as our panelist today, I want to put this across to him and ask him, Manny,
I have
since
another
you are an
rant.
RCB supporter, what do you feel about these two matches back to back, kind of for RCB with two very different results?
I have a rant about the first match. See, the second match I think I've already ranted about based on the catch. But I have a rant
Yeah,
about the first match. As an
sure.
RCB fan, you wake up every morning, you take a shit, grab your coffee. Somewhere in the middle of that, you realize at one point your team got out on 49. Okay. So it's something that we live with. It's something that we wake up to and we go to sleep to. It's fine. Right? We were hoping that at some point, maybe another team will come up who would, screw up worse. Or that we would perform well enough to take that into our own hands and change our destiny. One such moment occurred during the DC game.
Yes, sir.
And this is where my first rant is going to go to, which is the impact player rule. Right? Now, Abhishek Purel, nothing against him. I love Abhishek Purel. Young talent, lovely boy. Right? All love. But if you take his 30 runs away, DC lands at a solid 45. And RCB would no longer be the lowest IPL total. Right? So, me personally, I'm a hater of the impact player rule. I think we've discussed this on the channel before. I like the power surge better. I've said this before. I said this before this match came out. So, I'm not just bringing this up at this point. I've always supported the idea of power surge and hated the idea of impact player. That being said, that match, it hurt me personally. Right? Because you sit back at night about 1, 2, 2:30 a.m. and you open the scorecard of the match and you look down at Abhishek Porel's score, and then you cry yourself to sleep. I don't think it's fair. I don't think an impact player rule should make your fans go to sleep crying.
Can I
I am a
interject
fan.
here?
I went to sleep
Yes,
crying.
please.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Yes, Suren,
So
I want to hear you
okay,
talk now.
I'll interject here. So it's all about perspective. Okay. Now, Manas obviously is very worried about the fact that if the team could have gone out for 45, okay.
Again, let me make it clear. I love Abhishek Porel. No hate
No,
towards
no,
Abhishek
I'm
Porel.
not
He's a
saying it's
talented
Abhishek
player.
Paul. I'm just saying impact player rule. Like that's what you're saying. The impact player rule enabled a team to score more than what they should. But I feel RCB's greatness in that match is getting a team to all out for 75 despite having extra batter. That is the greatness of RCB. Not understanding the fact that everyone's like, okay, if there's no impact player rule, RCB would have, shunned them down by 40 runs or 45 runs. But understand the fact that in this era, when teams having extra batter, put in wherever they want, whenever they want, despite having that, and RCB is getting them all out for 75 is a big achievement. People are not understanding that. I understand that 49 tag is going to be there for a long time, but sometimes you just have to forget it and understand
Maybe
that okay,
forever.
in this time, a team to get other team all out for 75 runs is a big deal. They should be proud of that scorecard whenever you see the bowling, like especially Hazelwood and Bhuvi in that game. He should be like really proud of that
No,
team.
yeah, they were largely happy tears. I'm not going to say they were all sad tears. They were like happy for Bhuvi. His success also feels personal. Happy for the comeback of Hazel God.
Yeah,
But
but the
those
fact that
30
you just
runs,
think again, you don't have to
those
worry about
30
the
runs.
past that way. Listen,
As a fan,
past,
I will wait for a day when RCB no longer has the impact player rule, and then I will hope for RCB to do this again. So, you know,
I would like to add at this stage that at one stage DC were 8 for 6. A little later they were 13 for 6. At 13 for 6, with or without the impact player rule, this is the lowest score in a power play by any team in any professional cricket league around the world. And I'm not just talking about IPL. We are counting Big Bash League. We are counting the South African T20 League. We are counting the 100. And this is the lowest power play score in any international T20 league
I'll give
ever.
you a context, okay, over here. Sydney Thunder, Sydney Thunder, okay, they had the lowest score ever in T20 history, 15 all out. Even they scored more than Delhi in power play.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. But Delhi came back strong this week, man. I don't think that they'll be carrying that loss. So yeah,
yeah.
we can laugh about it all day because clearly both the teams have sort of come out on the other side.
No, see, at the end of the day, every game carries 2 points. Yes, there's net run rate into the picture as well, but you win or you lose, you win by 100 runs or you win with 12 overs to go or whatever, there is always just 2 points to gain or lose. So you can bounce back, I think, from anything in the IPL. So long as you do it consistently, you'll qualify. And if you have more hiccups than successes, you're not going to qualify.
Man,
Um,
you're as a diehard fan of any team in IPL, you're worried if your team is losing. You're worried if your team is winning. So
yeah.
On the
anything
other
that
hand,
happens in IPL,
if you
you're
see the
worried.
captaincy slot and you see Rahane, you kind of know it's gonna happen.
No, I think I'm not going to talk about KKR at all today because KKR had one match
Tomorrow,
and we've
it
spoken
should be
about
fun.
Rinku. So no, we've
Afternoon game
spoken about
tomorrow.
Rinku, so it's good. We've got it covered. We might talk about KKR later when we do the preview of tomorrow's match of SRH versus KKR.
Can we also
But
talk? Okay, I want to ask you guys, who are your clutch players of this week? Like players that you guys looked at and were like, damn, clutch. Let's
Clutch
let's
um,
this
have a
week.
I would say that for me, I think it was Travis Head because he wasn't having such a great tournament before his 76 this week. And I think that was very crucial in SRH chasing down Mumbai's 243, I think it was.
Hey, it's a
So,
blue jersey team. It was written in the stars.
yeah, sure. But Travis Head hasn't been having a good time. Pick up the T20 World Cup, pick up the recent performances in the IPL. So it was good to see Travis Head perform, and it was a clutch innings, I think, because without his innings, like his innings, there's a lot of context to it. Ishan Kishan got out for a duck, and he's been struggling a little bit recently. And if you don't have that Travis Head's innings, you are over reliant on Abhishek Sharma. At least, um, like from a outside point of view, not being a core SRH supporter, that's how it came across to me. So having Travis Head perform was a clutch performance on my end.
I think Trav is also like
But,
notorious for coming alive at this stage of a league. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't
he's
say clutch as per the definition of clutch, because I don't think any of our supporters are worried about Travis Head. We just know that he's going to come good someday. And also, his more
Yeah.
impact is just giving the starts. So there wasn't other way around. Abhishek into 2024 hasn't played more than 30 balls in an innings. And it's always Abhishek giving the 10 ball 40, 10 ball, what 50, 10 ball 30, whatever it is. And Travis Head was the one who was keeping it going forward. Like, he's hitting it as well and also trying to give the score about 50, 60, whatever it is. He just rolls up reverse. That's it. And Abhishek is going longer, and Travis Head is just for the impact, like quick impact. And that's where it's going. And the fact is, because Klassen is doing so well, I don't think Abhishek, Travis, Ishan, NKR, no one's worried. In these four people, two of them can get ducks, and we are still okay because of the fact that Klassen is coming in, and also we are trusting on our young finishers, Salil and Aniket. So I think in that
Khalil
way,
is another great show this week and
yeah,
last week.
they're not getting much chances. They're only getting like few balls, or not even that, because of how good the top order and middle order is. But whenever the chances they're getting, it's a very cute thing. When the match was finished and then Klassen was giving this presentation, it seems Ali asked Klassen, "Can I hit? Can I, start hitting and finish the game myself?" And Klassen is like, "Okay, go for it. Like, why do you have to ask for this?" And he's like, "No, no, no. You're the set batsman. You're the one. I mean, but I just want to know if I can finish it off." And boy, did he finish! 30 runs in like 9 balls. He finished.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Lots of young talent. I think tonight as well, who's the CSK opener? Is it Karthik Tyagi or
Yeah,
not?
Karthik Sharma, I think. Karthik
Karthik
Sharma.
Sharma.
he came
So
as
yeah,
back.
Karthik
Only
Sharma had
came
his
number
highest
three.
score yet. Vaibhav Suryavanshi is like you've gotten people when like the bowler celebrates that hard, and this bowler didn't celebrate that hard at the end of the
At
World Cup.
certain teams, I feel the future is really bright. Chennai is one team, SRH another team. The future is like, oh my god, I want to see where this players
Both
are.
teams with both teams with decent middle order performances this last couple of weeks. Like I think that has been the defining feature of the last 2 weeks, where the first half of the tournament was all openers just going at it hard, putting in great performances. But we've seen over the last couple of weeks that hundreds are going towards losing causes, and it's the
Yeah.
middle order hitting and like really taking the owners of taking the strike rate on themselves and coming up. Which is why my clutch player is Donovan Ferreira. Brilliant
My
I
at the
see
clutch
moment.
that.
Has been
I
player is,
really
great to
see
look
that.
at him.
Yeah.
do you know who my clutch player is? Sunil Nareen.
Oh,
He'll
yes.
ball a super over, man. I'm telling you, okay, listen, in a game where both teams are wanting to lose, and Sunil Nareen comes in that stage and bowling that, bro, he just gave 1 run.
Hmm.
And it's not his first time. It's not his first time super overs. He's done this multiple
He
times.
is the best when it's the worst.
Okay, also, one more thing. They've asked Justin Langer, okay, why do you put Pooran in the situation? And Pooran got maiden against Sunil Narayan before. And Justin Langer is like, no, 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 listen, both of them the same West Indies team. They both must have faced a lot of times. So that means Nicholas Pooran would have done much better in terms of familiarity and
I
everything. But
mean,
I'm just
come
like, listen,
on.
that guy, he barely got 40 runs in the whole tournament combined. I'm not even saying one single 40. In that kind of form, you bring over him against Narayan,
You
where
know,
Narayan already got the better of him.
before that match, Nicholas Pooran had a strike rate of 76 in this IPL. Before that match.
After the
In
match,
this IPL, in which you've already had 7 to 8 matches, do you want a player who's struggling so bad that he can't even put bat to ball on a consistent basis to go out and strike for you in the super.
You
I
look at
don't.
any team
Rock
that hasn't
County.
done well, Vaibhav. You look at any team that hasn't done well, it's the middle order that has failed. Like, sure, top order batsmen can get big scores and you expect them to. But it's the middle order that has to hold up and give you that high strike rate and give you
No,
that
Manny,
good
it's
score.
different over here. It's just you need someone to just play
nothing,
football, man.
nothing has passed for KKR. KKR has failed all round. It's fine.
No, but Rinku's good. I think Rinku is past. I think if you look back at this season, Rinku's gonna be a standout.
By the way, for
No,
KKR fans, I always keep saying that KKR will start performing when the election is over. I have voted. You can see. I have voted.
when you
When's
disclose who
KK's next
voted
game?
KKR next game's tomorrow, sir,
Oh,
tomorrow.
with who? With who? With who? With who?
with SRH.
Oh my
Tomorrow is quite.
God!
See,
Rinku Singh
I
versus
love
the
Rinku's performance last time,
world.
okay? But I'll tell you why Rinku's performance doesn't mean squad to the team. Because you don't win. Arey, listen, now listen. You don't win games with just
Clip
one
this, clip
person.
this.
You
Beta,
cannot. And
beta,
he
I
also
know.
the performance came against LSG, who this is a different team altogether. But thing is, you need at least 2-3 players to like completely perform like clutch every single game. And thing is, Rinku himself cannot do it, man. I'm
Suri
sorry.
just basically said, beta, I know you came early, left late every day, but I'll still tell you why your appraisal is Jhatu. The rest of your team is an idiot.
Hey, and also telling you, tomorrow they have a good chance because our afternoon games, we've been doing really bad. So maybe.
Actually, all top four are coming off of a loss, I think, this week.
And all top four teams, except SRH, the other top three, were being defeated by someone from the lower part of the table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So I
God
think the
forbid
table's gonna
that's
shift.
tomorrow.
What do you guys think?
I think I'm not concerned about the top four anymore. I think the current top four on the table are going to be the top four. This is what I feel. I'm concerned now about the top two. I am interested to see, honestly, as of now, who joins Punjab Kings at the top two. So for me, so there is a chance that Punjab don't make it to the top two, but I don't see it happening.
It's a very fickle game, this IPL. Even
Yeah,
like
No,
if they start
I
losing,
agree with you,
I think
Suri.
even Ricky Ponting is not taking it for granted, dude. Like seriously.
No, he can't. He's the coach. He can't. He can't take it
Yeah,
for granted. He has to push his team.
yeah.
But as an outsider, I don't see Punjab Kings not making the top two. I want them to make the top two. That's a separate thing. But I am focused on now seeing whether it's like a RCB, whether it is an RR who starts picking up momentum again, or it is some team like an SRH who makes the top two. But I don't think Punjab is going to miss out on the top two berth. Um, you all can let me know who do you think
Suri, what do
makes
you
the
think?
top four.
Suri, what do you
But
think?
things can change very fast just by tomorrow's match. If we win against KK, we'll be top first.
yeah,
But
for now, but you have
I
to
think the
maintain it.
flaws are coming out for each of the teams. Like, especially, okay, RR, the flaws have been coming out the last few games anyway. Punjab, their fielding and their bowling, it's slowly starting to come out, in terms of the fielding. Certain fielders have just been shit. Shashank Singh, for example.
Like literally everybody thought of the same guy.
Everybody knows also. And also their death bowling and also their power play bowling is just being off the charts. And thing is,
Arshdeep
Arshdeep
is
is
not
taking
having
things
a
for
good
granted.
season.
Yeah.
Arshdeep is being international bowler playing for India and who also got number of wickets for India, like high number of wickets for India in T20s. He's taking things for granted. He's even
This is
last game, his economy was 18.
this is another thing I want to
Correct.
talk about, and like maybe guys leave a comment below if you what you guys think. Is it better to give three wides and a single than to give a four? What is your analysis of Arshdeep's original
Give a
idea?
four any day to give a four. I'll tell you simple why. Because if you're giving three wides, you're bowling three extra balls. That is taking the miles off your legs, and that also making you tired. And you tend to make more mistakes when you're tired. Simple. At least when you hit for a four, at least you just bowled one ball.
But with the four, the batsman gains momentum. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But when you do let them hit,
No,
a batsman gains
I
momentum.
agree. I agree with Manu over here.
But whose
What
perspective do you
Arshdeep
ask?
is
Do you ask
trying to
from a
do.
bowler's perspective or do you ask for a batter's perspective?
No, either. Like for the game in general, like is it better for a bowler to decide, hey, let me bowl, three wides and maybe I'll get off with a dot, or bowl like my natural length and get like hit for four.
No,
In
I
a game
think
in general, I feel that's not good because of the fact that even something like no ball is first of all completely off the charts. No one wants
yeah,
to give a no
true,
ball,
true.
Yeah,
and
That I
wides
agree.
also in a way that at this level you don't want to give more extras, man. You want things to be just between bat and ball, not with extras. So I
but
feel for
bat and
the
ball
game,
currently ball is
I
getting hit.
I think Manny, I disagree with Suren on this because the wides that Arshdeep is trying to bowl, he is doing a wide line like right on the off stump wide.
not 10 of these wides, right? He's one or two
No,
wides
but
is fine. So it's giving
no,
seven,
I
eight
get
wides
it.
per over.
What I'm saying is it's a problem of execution, but it's not a problem of thinking because if you get away with that, you are almost guaranteed a dot or it's a single, right? You are looking at what's happening in the worst case scenario when people are out of form. They make these mistakes wherein you are 1 inch outside the wide line. On other days, it is incumbent on you as a bowler. If I'm Arshdeep Singh, I have to back myself to get my plans right. I'm out of form. I'm making the mistake by an inch or two, but I still would back myself to do it because when I get away with it, and 9 times out of 10, I will get away with it, that will be a one or maximum. Like sometimes it may go for four, but the chances of that are very
Yeah,
less.
but the
It would
only
usually
issue
just be
right
one.
now I see is ever since the
So,
World Cup and before the World Cup as well, and during the bilaterals and all of these things, Ashdeep is not 9 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Because he's
he's
him
out of
going
form.
for the
That is
right,
true.
he's being so
I
famous
would still
that even the captains at this point of time joke along with him. And that's because it's been done so often. If he can't
no,
execute
but
at the point of time, you need to like try to change his way of doing it.
bro,
Okay,
I'll be
guys,
honest
I
in that.
would. We are now at the 40-minute mark.
Okay.
Let me just politely bring us back to the agenda, right? Manny, there was an agenda sent in the afternoon, if you remember, and we'll try and follow that now. So, we discussed the first six odd
Sorry to
games,
do so bad.
and the other three games, there was a clear trend where teams made 200 plus, but that was chased down. So I'm talking about Punjab versus RR, where Punjab made 222. That was chased down comfortably. RR versus DC, RR made 225. That was chased down. And Mumbai SRH, Mumbai made 243, and that was chased down with 8 balls to spare. So, a important trend that has come up in this IPL is that already in 42 matches, there have been 10 successful 200 plus chases. This is by far the highest. And in the previous seasons in 2023, there were 8 successful chases of 200 plus in the entire season. In 2024, there were 6, and in 2025, there were 9. And 9 in the entire season versus 10 in about three-fifths of the way through. So, just comment briefly on what's happening with teams that are making even 240 but losing by like with 8 balls, 10 balls to spare. Manny, I want you to go first.
I think I'll go back to my older rant of impact player rule is shit. I mean, obviously, you also have flat tracks, but the impact player rule has ruined bowlers, their confidence. I mean, I found myself saying, why Yorker ki yaad nahi aayi tujhe just see in the MI SRH match. Like it's because literally the bowlers have nowhere else to go. A wide Yorker is probably the only ball that's ever gonna stop your flow of boundaries. And getting the hardest ball right every single time for 6 balls straight is not something even the most accurate bowler in the world can do. So impact player rule is shit. Remove it, you would no longer have the 200 problem. It's that extra batsman and that extra safety of batsman knowing that you have that one extra guy coming in that allows batsmen to go from the top. Men like Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, even Virat Kohli this season has been hitting north of 160, 170. Priyansh Arya, everybody. So like, I want bowling to come back and please get rid of impact player.
So, Suren and Manny also later, if you want. My cross questioning on this is the impact player rule has been there since 2022. And in the past 3 years, even in the entire season, these many 200 plus scores were not chased down. So this is an anomaly, and if this continues to happen, it'll be probably like 13 or 14 200 plus scores that are chased down by the end of the season, right? So
No, I
there
think it's
has to be
also a learning
something
curve.
more than the impact player that is at play.
I have
I
a
think it's
different
also a
reason.
learning curve.
Hey,
Because the batsman in
Mino said
2022 was
brief.
told.
Manny, brief.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, brief. Mino will get
Yes,
angry again.
yes, sorry.
Okay, anyway, I feel okay. If you look at the scorecards of all of this, the matches that have been chased, one that been hit and chased, it's always the top three or top four who makes the 90% of the runs, right? It's not always the impact player rule coming and number six or number seven and trying to hit those 30, 40 runs in like 10 balls, something like that. No. Most of the time, either the openers, one of them gets a century, number three and number four performs really well, and then they're reaching 200. And you understand the impact player is there, like I understand that part, but most of this is being done by the top most players, right? The top three or top four or top five max. And I think it's just about the fearless attitude that is being instilled in all of these players since few years back. And obviously, if you see 2024 SRH, the template they've created, the fearless batting approach, and also Rohit Sharma's and also Suryakumar Yadav's template for the same for the Indian team as well, the fearless approach. I think the attitude change is the main reason I feel. It's not about impact the rule or something like that. Because I
No,
don't
it's
see
good.
if anytime a team hits 230 to 240, it's not 240 for 8 or 240 for 7 or whatever it is. It's 240 for 3 or 240 for 2. Look into it. It's not about anything. Even the person who are chasing it, it's always they're chasing 240, the loss of 5 wickets or 4 wickets. That's about it.
Delhi today chased down, like Donovan Ferreira was at 5 down, 6 down. Delhi chased it down at that point.
Yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
happens. There's no one's going till the impact player role anyway. It's just about the fearless attitude, and also the cushion is always there. But also the thing is, even if there's an impact player rule, I feel they're still gonna go all in. They're just gonna
Suri,
go.
it's a year-on-year improvement, dude. So here's what. Okay, take average strike rates in 2022, compare them with average strike rates in 2026, and take players like KL Rahul, Virat Kohli, who have increased their strike rate year on year because of the impact player rule. It came in, and obviously it's not like batsmen are going to be perfect from year one. Batsmen have to adapt to a rule as well, right? And it's
Yeah.
been there for 4
But
years.
if you look at it very in a very circumstance, like Virat Kohli or KL Rahul, end of the day, them betting the strike rate, it's on their game. Because they've realized that for us to survive in this era of T20 cricket and IPL, for us to contribute to our team, we need to evolve. And I think they practice in a way to evolve. That's it. I don't think because impact player rule is there, Kohli suddenly is not able to do his technique better or giving the shot better or something like that. That is him. Kohli is that person. I don't think any kind of rules or even if let's say power play tomorrow is just one person outside the ring, not two people. That still doesn't change the fact that how you approach a game as a professional athlete or a cricketer is different. It's just that their
Agreed.
mindset, their attitude is something that's changed. I don't think Kohli is thinking, okay, after this thing, Venkatesh Iyer might come at number 7, so our team is fine. I'll just go all in.
Quick. Webber tends
Oh,
to get angry.
Yes, yes.
sorry.
No, I was particularly reining Manny in because Manny was going
Ranch.
You are
off
in
topic,
trouble.
Manny
and
Ranch. Sorry, guys.
I
Apologies.
I
But
count
yeah,
Suren in like very high esteem, so Suren is good.
Comment say Manny Ranch if you like it.
but yeah, these
Yeah, we'll
players
see
are
how
done.
many
They
comments we
are, they
get.
can handle it, and I feel once the moment you're not scared, you'll do things. That's what I feel. Cricket,
What
otherwise in
I
life.
am scared of is that Suri does not get enough to speak. I think after Manny, it's I who speak a lot, and then Suren is just like quiet. So my first, like this time, my question will first be directed towards Suren, and then Manny will be the second person to
Manny
talk
is
about
going
it.
off camera. Manny will not talk for the next 10 minutes. These guys can talk among themselves. Manny's voice will come middle.
Okay, go for it. Suren, now
Yeah.
we have spoken about like high scores and teams chasing down big totals. But what is interesting that has happened for the first time since 2011 is that Indian batters have been outscoring overseas batters. So
Hmm.
amongst all the runs that have been made, Indian batters have made about 70%, whereas and at a strike rate of about 160, whereas
Hmm.
overseas batters have made the remainder of the runs at striking at about only 145.
I
Number
love my
one,
India.
what do you think is the reason behind the overseas batters not performing so well. We can point out several overseas batters who've been bought at big prices who are not converting the chances into runs, and we can point out several Indian batters who were not renowned names before but who have scored consistently. So number one, what's the reason behind that? And number two, why are Indian batters able to score at a quicker pace, not just a cumulative total of runs?
I think the first reason is always familiarity, because of being playing in India for so long, domestic as well, international as well, and I feel that is one of the biggest reasons. And the second is I feel if you look into a coaching staff of all of the IPL teams, okay, so maybe you would have one of two head coach or the bowling coach of international flavor, and everyone else is a local conditioning coach and fitness, whatever it is. Everyone is a local kind of coach who've worked with the domestic side of things, and
Yes.
also they tend to bring most of these domestic coaches so that the younger players who are not familiar with the international coaches get more eased up into the system. And I feel the more limelight and more conditioning is given to the young players and also to the people who are Indians, literally putting Indian in Indian Premier League. So I feel a
Yeah.
lot of support is being given to these local boys. And even if you look into international players like Virat Kohli or KL Rahul and all of these as well, the amount of years they've spent in this league, they've seen everything, every scenario. And for someone who's 38, 39, I don't think they can even play in IPL, international players wise. Only Indians can do that because of the fact that they've seen everything. So I think familiarity is one thing, and also the support they get, Indians, in the ground and also in the dressing room and the coaching staff and everyone. And I feel that can be one of the reasons why it can be construed that way. What do you think, Manny?
I would say look at the international bowlers as well. I think international bowlers largely are also being outperformed by Indian bowlers this tournament. It's not because pitches are spin friendly. There have been really good fast bowlers coming in this season. Praful Hinge, Hussain for SRH, but otherwise as well. So yeah, I mean, I think we are outperforming them on both fronts. It's not just batting; it's bowling as well. And familiarity is obviously a part of it, but I also feel like for international players to adjust to Indian stadiums itself is quite a challenge. Like our stadiums are not, MCGs or SCGs, quiet coliseums. They are loud, like net put up, like people want your blood vibes. So, like, I think for a player coming out from an international circuit, this would definitely be a massive surprise. And that's probably a big reason as well why they don't perform as well. I mean, there are only four of them in the team to begin with. It's hard to pick who gets to go. Not all international players get all matches. Indian players are a lot more consistent, so there's that factor as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Pick and choose.
I tend, I agree with you all. I think India is not a place that overseas players can come in and start performing from day one. But I also feel that this is the first time in the IPL that we haven't had any long-term legacy players that are playing, at least on the batting front. So, for example, we had Fab du Plessis playing until recently. Before that, we used to have players like Chris Gale, even Mahela Jayawardene, Kumar Sangakkara. That's going back a long time. But we've had legacy players who have come to India before, perform,
Yeah,
and they know
David
the
Warner had two
conditions
orange
well.
caps.
Hey, the issue
Yes,
is legacy players are becoming coaches and commentators.
yes.
I would say if you put
But
Pollard in
these
the
new,
Mumbai team, I would feel they would have still won at least 2, 3 games more than they've won now. And Kane
yeah, fair
Williamson,
enough.
he was rumored to be playing for LSG, but suddenly in the last minute he turned into a strategic advisor.
Yeah, I feel LSG could use another batter because, especially in place of Nicholas
Batter,
Puran,
yes.
I think if Manny went out to bat for LSG, he would score more runs than Nicholas Puran. And I'm just putting it out there. Yeah,
Oh,
I
Nicky
know it
P.
comes off as a joke, but I
No, but like,
seriously
yeah,
think
this year,
I'm this
last
is not.
year, his performance was beyond amazing.
Yeah, but Nicholas Puran. Okay, so coming to Nicholas Puran, right? there are players who have been forced to, like Faf du Plessis. He doesn't play international cricket because he is too old, so he doesn't want to give his time to international cricket, and he just played the IPL for the last couple of years. That is understandable. Nicholas Pooran has chosen to play only in leagues, and he's not playing internationally. It has to have an impact on your game somewhere, that you're not playing all round cricket all year round. It has to have an impact. Like I get that there are success stories like Klassen, but even Klassen, like I read the other day that he is going to an optometrist and doing eye exercises just so that he can follow the ball more in his downtime when he's not playing cricket. So I know it's not a apples to apples comparison, but for Nicholas Pooran to not play international cricket, it has to
No,
have
man.
an
You,
impact on
yeah,
your
yeah, you need to have some
domestic
international
performances as
exposure,
well.
man. Look at Thala, like no international exposure, calf is not ready. So like imagine
Thala
performing.
himself is not ready. Where's Thala? He didn't play today also.
Thala, okay, that also brings me to another conspiracy theory. Do we think Thala is retired quietly in the dark?
No, I think he will play one or two matches this season.
He'll play the last
Comment
game.
below, guys.
He'll play the last game in Chennai. That's it. And the
Yes.
last game is in Chennai.
Thala for a season.
And they asked Suresh Raina yesterday in a interview, will Dhoni play tomorrow? And he said, yes, 100% he'll play tomorrow. And I'm just like, at this point of time, who's in on this? The CSK management is trying to get all the fans in the stadium and do everything. They're making him sit in the buses and travel around and everything, which is not cheating at all.
Do you think they just have a statue of him like lying around that they like prop up? It's not actually him. Like might just be a rubber
Local
statue.
guys are roaming around somewhere. Dhoni
I
still in
just remember
Rajasthan.
seeing this one reel of Dhoni interacting with Deepak Chair, where Deepak goes to touch Dhoni's feet, and I've been seeing it all across like my different social media. And I think that if they have to show that one reel in so many different channels again and again and again, that one current player is touching another current player's feet, that means that अभी तो time हो गया ना भैया को
Technically, Deepak
बैठा
Chahar
दो.
has been in India more recently, so he's capped.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, Dhoni is an uncapped player.
An
That's why he can
uncapped
be
player.
bought for 4 crores.
Oh man.
Suri has nothing to say. He's just shaking his head. He can't
I
believe
mean,
this.
the guy's full-time work is giving Ashirwad to people. I'm just like, what
Suri's continuous brain track is देख तेरे संसार की हालत क्या हो गई भगवान.
Any Dhoni fans, please give us your opinion in the comments. If you are,
Is he there? Is he
a
not
Dhoni
there?
fan.
Is he Illuminati?
Yeah.
What is he?
If there are Dhoni fans, they would have spoken something by now. Don't worry. If you give enough trash about Dhoni, they would have spoken something.
Okay. Anything else, Manny, that you want to discuss?
No, I mean go ahead. What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, so
When he
we
gives the
are
opportunity, not
discussing
doing it.
why there are still 9 bowlers in the top 10 wicket takers that are fast bowlers. Just one spinner still, one more week into the tournament. And we had discussed again and again that as the tournament goes on, the ball will spin more. Well, clearly the Pacers are still taking more wickets. Clearly, neither has Narayan come into the picture, nor has Yuzi Chahal come into the picture, nor has Varun Chakravarti or Kuldeep Yadav come back into form. So,
Honestly,
what is it
spinners,
about pace this season?
no, they're not giving enough. See, Akil Hussain has bowled really well. Today he's been dropped. And Ravi Bishnoi was playing really well. He's been dropped 2 games. So if they're not
Yeah.
giving opportunities to the bowlers, how will they get wickets? Simple. Because you have to play literally every game to be able to win a purple cap. And every game, take
Yeah.
wickets also. Different thing, but also you have to play every single game. And spinners are not being given the amount of overs. See, even the spinners are playing, they're not getting the full quota of overs sometimes. So that's
Yeah.
one reason I feel. I think if you give these spinners more opportunities, more overs to bowl, I have to feel there would be at least 2, 3 more spinners in the top 10.
I mean, if you look across the teams, right, who are the spinners that actually do stand out? Because Krunal and Suyash have not really bowled that many. We've actually relied on Romario more than we have on Krunal or Suyash. That's
Yeah.
just the
Krunal is
RCB
not
side of it.
Krunal is a medium pacer at this point of time.
Yeah,
So
fair.
I can't count him as him.
Fair.
I think, yeah, I mean, it's just not, even for us, okay, if you, Shivang we had to remove Shivang a couple of games. He was
But
getting
that was also due to low performance. Like
Harsh
that was
Dubey
necessarily
also.
because of.
Yeah, Harsh Dubey also. We had to remove a couple of games, and
But
then
they
he
aren't
was.
the A-listers. They aren't A-listers. So I can
There are
understand that.
very few A-listers, Webber, now, if you think about it.
How
Like, there
many
are
are
maybe
there?
five.
You say
Kuldeep
Varun Chakravarti
definitely falls in the
A-list,
A-list.
again.
Kuldeep, Bishnoi, Chakravarti,
Chahal.
Yuzi, maybe, yeah. Yuzi and Narayan. Can we say Narayan?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Narayan Narayan may not be the leading wicket taker caliber anymore, but he is still like a bankable bowler, I would say.
Jadeja isn't putting as much work in as Narayan. Like, Narayan's putting more work in as a
No,
bowler than
Jadeja
Jadeja.
isn't being given overs. I don't think the Parag trusts Jadeja to bowl to even left-handers right now. So only when there are two right-handers
Jadeja,
batting is Jadeja getting the ball.
he
Parag will
didn't need
trust
anyone
Jadeja to
to
bowl if they
bowl.
have 2 minutes to bowl an over, or they'll have to put fielders in.
Okay, now
Yeah.
moving this to a particular direction, Bumrah has taken 3 wickets in 9 matches, including today's match. Is this just fatigue, or is a player like Bumrah allowed an off season as well? What is going wrong with Bumrah, firstly, and then let's discuss what's going wrong with MI as a whole.
Okay,
Suri,
I
you go
have.
first.
Okay.
Bumrah. Bumrah is aging, man. First of all, you have to understand the fact that Bumrah is not getting any younger. He's aging, and he's been made to play literally almost every tournament at this point of time. And the workload is a very big thing, workload, and he has, because for a Bumrah he needs at least 3 4 months rest in between somehow, because he has a chronic back issue, lower back issue, and if you keep making him play every tournament, and this is what happens. And honestly, he shouldn't even have played IPL, but the fact is, yeah, that's how it is. And thing is, it's not
Bani
only.
won't let him sit. So
Exactly. But also the issue comes here is it won't, because after this, all ODS from now on he has to play because for the World Cup next year. So he's not looking at any break anytime soon. So it might just get worse and worse for him. And then with his age, he just have to pick and choose. But the problem is he's being used as a. He's like Ash using Pikachu whenever he wants. Like, just go.
clip this, please.
Because he's
Clip
like,
Can we
this.
can we abuse Webber? Are we allowed to
"Pikachu."
abuse on this channel? Like, will it get
Yes,
demonetized if I
yes,
abuse?
yes, yes. Please,
Yeah.
please. Don't worry
Yeah.
about demonetization.
At some point, Bumrah will turn around Ambani and be, "तू थोड़ा भेड़ का लौड़ा है क्या?" Sorry.
Bro, you talk about Ambani on this, you will all get cancelled somehow.
Sorry, we need to
We
get
aren't
views
available
before
to be
we get to
cancelled.
worry about cancellation.
I
So,
know.
Okay, I have a little thing about this. I'm gonna compare Bumrah to a musician today. Okay, and I'm doing this
okay.
purely because Bumrah is more akin to an artist than a sports person, than an athlete, right? Um, so quite simply put, do you remember Mohit Chauhan after
Rockstar.
Rockstar? Like A.R. Rahman probably pulled out every ounce of sur and tal that Mohit Chauhan had within himself in that project. And
Yeah.
I don't remember more than two great songs that have come out since that album that star Mohit Chauhan. Right? Bumrah bowled 147.3 overs the last Australia tour. I think that was his rockstar. He carried the country. Couldn't win the series, sure, no single player can. But I think that Bumrah is facing a similar level of just mad amounts of, you know, as Weber put it, fatigue. But this is artistic fatigue.
But Manny, by this logic of your A.R. Rahman and like this Mohit Chauhan an analogy that you gave, that makes Gigi Gautam Gambhir A.R. Rahman. Are
Yeah,
we
okay.
sure we want to
Okay, it's
put
not a perfect metaphor.
Gautam Gambhir?
It's not a perfect metaphor. Let's just agree. It's not a perfect metaphor. That being said,
Okay.
in that series, that boy picked our country up on his back and ran for nearly 3.5 games before he like
Yeah.
completely destroyed his shoulder.
I think that and the fact that he took 14 wickets this World Cup, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
he won us the semis, the final, and the match against West Indies, which I would count as a quarter because India needed to win that.
Yeah.
So he won us those 3 games, at least with the ball all on his own. So yeah, that guy is coming off crazy performances. So I
Yeah.
think I
Yeah.
read Sean Pollock's statement somewhere where he said that, look, Bumrah is also a human and he needs to just wind down.
I
That's
would
about it.
I would personally not judge Bumrah's performance by IPL. I would judge IPL's performance by Bumrah and say lots of flat wickets, not that great for bowlers. Instead of saying Bumrah has been
I
subpar.
I would judge
Bumrah never
Bumrah's
needed a
performance.
pitch, bro. Bumrah never needed a pitch. He could just get wickets without pitch bhad mein ja.
Yeah.
He will take.
Pitch bhad mein ja, exactly. Pitch bhad mein ja,
Hashtag Ravi Shastri.
but yeah, but Bumrah's bad performance, and here's my theory, is on Hardik Pandya, the captain. Hardik Pandya, the captain, is using Bumrah in every wrong way possible. Now, when it came to Surya Kumar Yadav using Bumrah in the fourth over or after the power play or predominantly at the death, he could do it because there were other bowlers for India that were performing. It was not just Hardik who took the
Chakravarti.
new ball. Arshdeep was reliable. Arshdeep in the IPL, okay, with the impact player and everything, different kind of player currently. But in this Mumbai side, it is clearly Bumrah is your best bowler currently, right? And you have to give him the new ball. Today he got the new ball, he took 1 wicket. He has not been given the new ball. Last match he got the new ball, he got a wicket in the first ball that he bowled. And apart from these 2 matches, he hasn't got the new ball. You have Bumrah, who is a genius with the ball, and you give him the 8th over, the 10th over. That is where you bring him in. And batters are already in the frame of mind that, okay, Bumrah's 4 overs we have to play out. So we'll go hard against the other bowlers. And when Bumrah comes in, we'll just knock him off. So they're not being aggressive against him. They're just seeing him off. So Bumrah is not being able to take wickets. And then when all the onus is on Bumrah to get a wicket, he's probably not bowling the best balls that he could. He's probably bowling more slower ones. I don't know. I'm not Bumrah. I can't be in his head. But probably he's bowling his variation deliveries more. So to try and take wickets, which batters are being able to knock around easily. So
Yeah.
I think Hardik, the captain, is not using Bumrah well. What do you
Yeah.
all think on Hardik's captaincy, guys? Manny.
I think in the case of Mumbai, I think we finally answered the question: how many international captains in a team is too many?
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of cooks in that room. I think the dish is coming out of stale. I think the batting is uninspired. I
Yeah,
think the
I
bowling is.
agree. Too many cocks. Too many cooks in the. Too many cooks.
No, it's like coming to the cook analogy, it's like you go to a 5-star restaurant and they have all the utensils available, the best kind of burner available, the best spices, the best kind of meat, and then you ask for a mutton biryani or a chicken biryani and they just get you pulao.
Yeah.
And you're like, what
Wow.
the fuck is happening, man? Like,
Yeah,
so
that's happening here, man. Oh my God.
I feel for the Ambanis because like they book like entire stadium wings and they bring their staff and they bring their people and all of that just to watch their team like score so bad. Like how much did they make today? 159?
yeah, about
After selecting batting first, like they chose this.
yeah.
Right? Like to a certain extent you have to ask a team, hey, should I kill you? No, I'll do it myself.
I'm a Hardik fan. I love Hardik as a Team India player, but I think that if I think number one, Hardik should not be the captain next season, and if Mumbai decides that Hardik is not the captain next season, they should probably just give the captaincy to someone else at this stage to
Not
try and
happening,
see
bro.
what else
No,
can
no, they
happen.
won't. They won't do
Not
that because you
happening.
can't give it to Surya.
Oh,
Why didn't you give it to Surya before?
amount of pride
And he
that runs
sucks.
in that franchise, they're not doing. That means they're admitting it's a mistake. They'll never admit it was a mistake.
Currently in Mumbai, the best person to get that captain's cap is sadly Naman Dheer. So no.
No. I would say in terms of pecking order, Tilak Verma can be a player to get that cap.
I
No,
would
I
say
think Tilak
performance-wise,
could
I would
be,
go with Naman Dheer over
Not
him.
a performance, I'm saying
but
pecking order wise, that's it. Because Kai cannot be, Rohit cannot be. So you need someone who's young to look
so
after the
we all
future.
remember the SRH match, right? Because of SRH's performance against Mumbai and how they were able to chase 243. But Hardik Pandya came out and he said that, okay, I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but he said that I don't think we have enough options with our bowling, and I will not put my bowlers under the bus, but I don't think we have enough options. What is he talking about? Enough options, Suri? What more options does he need? His least experienced bowler is Mayank Markande. Okay, his two backups in Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar are India internationals. His best bowlers are Hardik Pandya himself, is Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt.
Trent
His
freaking Bolt.
spinners are Ala Ghazanfar and Mitchell
Yeah.
Santner. What more options do you need? You can make two
Bro,
international bowling lineups with this
I
bowling
don't I don't
lineup.
think he was thinking before he said that statement, because they literally had Shardul Thakur come as impact bowler, didn't bowl a single ball.
And just stood there. Like
I mean,
Hardik
if
is just
what is an
blinding
option?
out.
You have options right in front of you. If you don't
Who
utilize
who
them,
brings who brings Shardul Thakur on for his fielding, dude? Shardul Thakur's own father won't bring him on for fielding.
what do you mean option? That was an option.
In
Impact
a
player
in
was
a
created
in a
for you to
plus
have
60
options, right?
uncle squad, Shardul Thakur's father would not bring him on purely for fielding.
No, I agree. I agree. And
Yeah,
I,
so
I don't understand what is happening, because not only do they have four or five captains in their dressing room, they have the best of talent. They have, like, they got Will Jacks to open, for heaven's sake, right? They have players left, right, and center. No one is talking about Rohit Sharma still not playing a match. If Rohit Sharma comes in, Rohit Sharma himself could captain if need be. I think it's not an issue of finding the next captain. I know, Suri, where you're coming from is absolutely correct, that you cannot go back to Sky. You cannot probably go back to Rohit
Rohit is too
Sharma
much
as
of a
well.
backtrack, yeah.
Yeah, but I think at some point you have to cut your losses. And I know this cannot happen, or probably will not happen. But if I do not keep Hardik in my squad as a captain, I probably don't want to keep him in the squad as well. I would probably look to trade him out, because you cannot keep so many egos in a team as well. So this is where I am coming from, and this theory may be too out there, but I want to know, Suren, what you think.
you know, my first impression for all of this is I don't care. Happy happening. I mean, I can't get a rag, guys. Even if I have to worry about this, I can't. I can't pretend to worry also about this. Whatever's happening,
But
it's meant to happen. This is exactly the way it's supposed to happen. Perfect. I'm happy this is what's happening. And if we talk about their ego, pride, all these issues, this is like a family drama at this point of time from now on. Keep watching. Something will happen. There'll be one retirement coming from Rohit Sharma sometime soon, maybe this year or next year. Something might happen, and Hardik going
This
away, and all of these things is just going to pan
who
out to a
knows?
point where it's going to be like a proper drama.
The next place you spot Hardik might be Vantara. You never know. You never know.
yeah. No,
Even
next year.
GT also won't take him back, but that's exactly how the situation is right
No,
now.
no. There's a side that
LSG
will
will
take
take
him,
him.
and that is KKR.
No, no,
KKR
no.
needs an all-rounder after Cameron Green.
LSG will take him, bro. Trust me. It'll be perfect. Hardik and Sanjay Goenka will be perfect.
Wait until the election results before you start saying Kolkata likes Gujaratis. Like wait.
Fair enough. We will know by Monday.
Oh, God.
Crazy.
I'm enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying
Okay,
both
Manny, you want to take
Not
Ketan's comment?
No, I mean Ketan. See, the thing is, that's like saying it's too much of a niche stat. Like I'm pretty sure in 200 and 220 plus games, Rohit 25 plus is not impacting the result as much, right? Personally speaking. So I would say, yeah, sure, bring Rohit in, give him captaincy if that makes sense to a Mumbai fan and Mumbai management. But like, it's not going to change how your team is playing, because the issue is not performances. The issue is management of ego and management of, people, right? Like, you've got Sachin Tendulkar in your dugout. I promise you, lack of technique is not an issue for you guys. So you can bring in Rohit, you can take out Rohit, you can bring in 5 Rohits. You're still going to sit there and see, अरे यार, तीसरे Rohit की जगह तिलक को आना चाहिए था. Because there's always something better that can happen once you've lost a game. But I would say, as a Mumbai fan right now, batter down. This is not your season, definitely. and hope and pray that your team gets through this year with as less nicks and cuts as possible.
Imagine one Sharma asking about another Sharma to another Sharma. Sharma discussing about plight of Mumbai Indians.
Sharmaception.
They
We
all
have a
discuss plight of Mumbai
Sharmaception.
Indians.
And if my father's watching this, it's also being watched by a Sharma.
Yeah, we have one viewer right now, so it might just be your father.
Ayyo.
Some son.
Anyway,
Yeah. Suren, like just to finish this topic, as Manny is saying, do you agree that the problem isn't with the players and it's more with the captain? Or do you think there's a team balance issue, or is it a combination of leadership, execution, and team balance? What do you
All
think?
of the above. They
Fair
can't
enough.
be one simple thing. It is not
yeah.
form. If you talk about Hardik's bowling and
I mean, this
batting,
is Mumbai Indians. If it was even two of these issues, they would still have won like 7-8 games.
yeah.
But
At this
it's
point of
just not
time,
happening.
even umpires can't help you. Honestly, what will they do?
And they're
Umpires
trying.
are trying.
We promise you, they're
Yes.
trying.
Yes,
Obviously
Manny.
they try.
They are
They
trying.
can't superficially just finish a game for you now by their own terms or something. They can't.
You never
And
know. You know, Richard Illingworth might just take the ball from Stark next time. Be like, "Main dalunga."
yeah, you never know. But the fact
Rohit bhai,
is,
maro.
everything is happening at once, and I feel there is some kind of a dissent between the players as well, and the management as well, and the ownership as well, because of the fact that ownership are not doing anyone a favor by displaying public affection of hatred towards their own players and the team, by just walking
Yes,
off the
sir.
field and just doing all of those things and telling the crowd to go back and all of those things. No one ever does that. I mean, honestly,
Yes, sir. Yes.
our fan has never done that. No one ever just like, imagine like a Shah Rukh Khan saying, just okay, after all this performance of KK, just like go back, just do or not come here, whatever it is. No one says that. It's just a simple thing. I feel every single aspect you mentioned and more as well are the reason for MI's downfall, and it's not stopping anytime soon. The floodgates have opened, and it's gonna cause a flood in Mumbai, which it happens regularly in monsoon anyway. But now on top of that, MI, and it's so much fun. Oh my god, I'm loving this.
So,
It is.
with that covered, I would just like to highlight one more comment by Ketan. Um, क्या MI के मोस्ट ऑफ द एक साथ आउट ऑफ फॉर्म हो गए हैं? ये प्रॉब्लम है रोहित, तिलक, सूर्या, हार्दिक का तो नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट है लास्ट 3 ईयर में. नो मैन ऑफ द मैच एंड बॉलिंग. बोल्ट, जसप्रीत, सैंटनर, शार्दुल, चहर.
Ketan, just look at the players you're sounding out. Like, even if you put half these players in one team and half these players in the other team, you still have an international level team. Your issue is not personnel. It is the management of personnel.
नहीं, मेरे को ये भी लगता है केतन, क्योंकि आप ऐसे पूछ रहे हो, तो नाम का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. सारे जो प्लेयर्स हैं, रोहित, तिलक, सूर्या, हार्दिक, बोल्ट, जसप्रीत, अभी तो अला गजनफर भी है जो अफगानिस्तान के लिए काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है. इशू नामों में नहीं है, इशू इन ये जो नाम है इनके परफॉर्मेंस में है. ये हाँ, जैसे मानस बोल रहे हैं, नाम में नहीं काम में प्रॉब्लम है. ये प्लेयर्स, ये सेम प्लेयर्स जो इंटरनेशनली अच्छा कर रहे हैं, ये यहाँ पर आके कंसिस्टेंटली अच्छा नहीं कर रहे. जैसे तिलक ने सेंचुरी की है, सूर्या ने भी एक गेम में अच्छा स्कोर किया है, हार्दिक बीच में बॉलिंग भी कर लेता है ठीक ठाक, थोड़ा बहुत बैटिंग भी कर लेता है, लेकिन ये सब मिल के एक परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दे पा रहे, जो कहीं ना कहीं हार्दिक एज अ कैप्टन की भी गलती है. थोड़ा सा ये सब प्लेयर्स को थोड़ा सा जिम्मेदारी लेना पड़ेगा, खुद बोलना पड़ेगा कि ये खुद क्या गलत कर रहे हैं. और सबसे बड़ी बात जो हमने शायद इसके बारे में बात की ही नहीं है, इनके ड्रेसिंग रूम में सचिन से लेके जयवर्धने से लेके एक से एक बड़े नाम है. ये सब मिलके क्या कर रहे हैं, या कुछ तो पीछे से भी कुछ गलत हो रहा है.
Amba, sorry.
What is called synergy in Hindi?
सिनर्जी का तो मानस ये बता पाएगा.
तालमेल
की वाट लगी हुई है.
तालमेल. I
तालमेल.
think तालमेल would be the best.
That is lacking
Yes.
between each players. I think that's
तालमेल is lacking and the team गई है तिल लेने.
Yes.
So that is overall.
Okay,
Okay.
what's next on the agenda?
Manny, next on the agenda is you.
What?
Because tomorrow we are playing KKR versus SRH in the afternoon. And
Yes.
since I support KKR and Suren supports SRH, I want your opinion of what is going to happen tomorrow. So, what's your
You want my
preview of
opinion
tomorrow's
of what's
match?
going to happen in KKR SRH? My
Yes,
opinion. My
yes,
opinion.
yes, sir.
दोपहर का गेम है. देखो केकेआर वैसे भी सो रही होगी. ठीक है. I'm
हाँ,
just saying. I'm
तुम
just
भी सो
saying.
रहे होगे शायद. और क्या है बताओ.
तो क्या मैं कोलकाता anyway. But like seriously, 100% support to Sunrisers. I don't think Kolkata has a prayer. A prayer. Like your best outcome is not coming out as DC in DC versus RCB. Right? Like anything over 75, count your lucky stars, brother. Their bowling is killer. Their batting like has like pillars on top of pillars on top of pillars. And so far everybody seems to be clicking. There's no egos. If anything, Pat Cummins has come in and like removed all the ego play or anything that could have been possible. Now everybody answers to him. He's strategically extremely sound player. So I would trust Pat Cummins over, the easily 6 out of the other 9 captains. So yeah, I think KKR has a lot to be afraid of. I think Rahane has a lot to be afraid of. That being said, strategically Rahane has bested Cummins in the past. So I'm waiting to see if like KKR can pull some kind of a weird mafia move. I highly doubt it's gonna happen, but you never know.
As a KKR fan, I don't believe in KKR currently. So that is out there. And Suren, I would want you to go last because I think SRH is dominating now. So we want to keep the best for the last. I would just say a couple of things. So I have high hopes from Cameron Green tomorrow. So no, not high hopes. Zero hopes from Cameron Green tomorrow. and and I want to see which opening combination goes out there, whether
I'm just
it's
saying.
Seifert, Allen, Narayan Seifert, or Rahane opens with any of the three,
At this
or
point,
maybe Rang,
at this
yeah,
point, I would even
Rangmurti
take
opens.
Pat Cummins. I would take Pat Cummins over Cameron Green as an all-rounder. Runs तो वो भी ज्यादा मार लेगा.
Yes. हार्दिक हमको दे दो भाई, हम हार्दिक से जितवा लेंगे मैच.
अरे भाई,
दे
Hardik
दो
is
हमको.
yeah. But first, if BJP wins the election, then Kolkata will show that it loves Gujaratis.
Yes, but BJP elections, election results will come on Monday, and Vaibhav Arora का matchup है against top 3 of SRH. That is true. Vaibhav Arora
Good point.
has a
Very good
decent
point.
matchup, but Vaibhav Arora is a support bowler. Vaibhav Arora is not a lead
Strike bowler.
bowler. So
He
when he
might
has
only face
Stark,
2 out of those 3 at best.
yes. So when he has Stark to accompany him, or say even any other international bowler, Vaibhav Arora is twice the bowler he is because he can thrive off the pressure that is being placed on the
Narayan
other.
doesn't count in this analogy, just by the way.
हाँ, नारायण तो भाई रिटायर हो चुका है, ठीक है. He's not performing as well. So I think Vaibhav Arora अकेले उतना नहीं संभाल सकता. And Kartik Sharma isn't enough of a support because he's not
Karthik
a
Tyagi.
ace bowler.
Karthik
Sorry,
Sharma
yes,
is.
Kartik Tyagi. Yes,
Yes.
my mistake. Uh, Are Ketan Sharma is asking, Manas Sharma is in front of me, so Sharma थोड़ा.
He had a lot, yes.
Okay,
Man
Suren,
to
what about SRH versus KKR from your
Who's
point of
your
view?
player? Who's your player of the match? Who's your player of the match?
Why are you saying KKR?
KKR.
Why?
Even-
Why? Why are you giving me hope like this?
I'll tell
Bro,
you.
I will crash and burn tomorrow. What is this?
Reverse jinxing. No, that's what I'm saying. Despite how strong my team is, you cannot discount any other team in IPL. And somehow, sometimes I've realized in the last couple of years, whenever the sun in the sky, yes, we are prone to really well.
Because there
It's
is
not
no
orange
sun
enough.
rising happening, na? Sun is already
The
risen.
Yeah.
You have to rise the sun.
Post sunrise and pre sunset, sunrises are not that great.
I don't know. We just play well in the night.
Yeah, because
But
then sunrise is happening. Like it's happening slower. But
But we are night riders. You are sunrisers. We are
oh
night
my
riders.
god, it's a day night match. So basically, sunrisers by this logic they should bowl first. KKR should bat. second. Like,
Yes.
Hey, either ways, other team can outperform the other one in the other department or fuck
yeah,
up the other
fair.
departments the same
Yeah,
way.
fair.
But
On
this
paper,
is going
both
to be
teams seem
interesting.
equal, but like we've seen 8 matches of shit from KKR, so we know.
But again, like I told you, fearlessness. KK has it more
Brother,
IQ.
I promise you, no matter how fearless KKR is, Cameron Green will not perform equivalent of Klassen. It's not gonna happen, no matter how fearless he goes.
Oh, but the other players
I,
also.
I
There's
have
Rinku now. Your favorite
I have
Rinku
a
is
lot
playing.
of hopes from Cameron Green, and I know he will prove me wrong once again. Like he will squash my hope
I tell you,
and
there'll
walk
be
all over my emotions
KKR will
and
be
trample
chasing
my dreams.
240 tomorrow, and KKR, Cameron Green will hit century, and Rinku will come when it is 28 runs to hit from 6 balls. He
Suri,
smashes
5 sixes.
Suri,
5
if
6.
KKR wins tomorrow, I will send you biryani.
Guys,
Okay.
comment if KKR wins tomorrow. Do you want us to come back on live? We'll come back on live and talk about it. How it
Sure,
happened, what happened.
sure.
Because honestly, even if Sunrisers loses
Honestly,
tomorrow, it's not gonna stop them. They're still making it top four. So
no, we need top two. But anyways, if KKR wins and we come on a podcast, I'll have a bottle next to me in the podcast. So we'll have two guests from my side. Because
you
I
and
won't be
Johnny
able to
Walker.
handle that. Because I'm telling you, I'm still very salty about losing to LSG this year.
Bro, LSG meeting this week. There were a lot of like bottom teams that beat top teams, and
Exactly. So
like
you never know.
I think who was it who was telling me that the GT's beaten DC and DC's beaten SRH and SRH has beaten RR and RR has beaten
No,
LSG
at
and
this point
LSG
of
has
time, a
beaten
circle has
SRH.
finished. A circle has
Yeah,
finished. Every team has beaten other team.
bro. Every year in IPL, this thing comes. I call it the Sheldon moment because a lot of teams have moved around at this point. So it's like paper covers rock, rock covers scissor, scissor decapitates lizard, lizard poisons Spock. It's that at this point.
Yeah. But tomorrow, KKR, the
SRH
statement will
boss.
Yeah.
be made.
Okay.
Statements will be made
There
tomorrow.
is another match tomorrow, which is Gujarat and Punjab.
Bah.
What are your predictions?
Oh my God.
Like this country, nothing will
I
change on
hope
the
Gujarat
table
wins.
after that match.
Gujarat will win tomorrow.
Yeah, even I
Tomorrow,
hope Gujarat wins because then Gujarat will be on the same level as the other teams in the top
tomorrow is the
four.
day of purple.
Oof. Oof.
We
Purple
shall see.
will reign tomorrow.
We shall see. Um, Other than that, boys, I'll go to Suren first. What are some things that you're going to look forward to in the coming week for the IPL? And what are like maybe just pick out two players that you want to watch out for in the next week.
Okay. In the next week, I want to watch out for this young and upcoming player called Virat Kohli.
Yes.
Because
They've
he's
been
been
talking about him a
very.
lot. They want him in tests, I hear.
So the issue is,
Yes.
at this point of time, there are only two players who've got consistently double digits every game, which is Kohli and Klaassen. So I want to
Hmm.
see who falters first. So it's going to be fun because two high performing players at this point of time. I want to see how long well can they keep this going for them and their team. GT ball first, GT
Suren,
will win black soil pitch pe hoga match.
Interesting. So if why do you think GT bowling first is going to be good for them? Doesn't Black Soil generally
Because
get?
GT's bowling is better than Punjab's bowling.
Yeah, that is on any pitch, like Black Soil, Red Soil, whatever.
But if it is assisting more, then it'll be more. Like, more.
Okay.
no, I
Like,
think if I'm not wrong, red soil pitch is slower and turns a lot more.
Mm.
hmm.
Uh, so
Black Soil
No,
pitch has
black
that
soil
double
also
bounce.
can be, no, black can also be a good batting pitch. We cannot really say black
yeah,
means it's
black
going to be
is usually a good batting pitch.
a batting
Black
pitch.
is usually good batting. Red
But
is
it's a
top
game
century.
happening in Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
Ahmedabad these days is assisting bowling a lot more, so I think that way. But anyway, for me, first thing is again I told you Kohli and Klaassen. Now I just want to see who who holds the longest in terms of the consistency level that's going on. And second thing I'm looking forward to is how teams like LSG, Mumbai are going to play, because they know they're out of the race anyway. I want to see how they will play. They're going to make more changes or get more youngsters coming in, or make more drastic changes or radical changes in the team. So I want to see new players coming out and expressing themselves on the big stage. And I hope these teams give these chances. Sometimes the ego won't let them give these youngsters more chances because they just want to play the same 11 till the end. But I just want to see more youngsters coming and performing. Yeah. And I want to see improvement in umpiring, please.
Yes. So, Mani, what about you? Same question that was floated to Suren.
I think I'm looking forward to one game in particular next week: Sunrisers versus Punjab. As an RCB
Yeah.
fan, because Sunrisers is above us, Punjab is above us, Sunrise right under, and they're chasing us by like minute NRR points at this point.
You like sandwiches, Manas?
Yes. I'm
You'll
heavily
be
looking
one.
forward to that game. I think it's going to be very interesting because both Sunrisers and Punjab are batting heavy, and both have like a bowling attack that has been like, Sunrisers are more consistent at this stage of the tournament, but you also had a hit and miss bowling attack the first 2-3 games, and Punjab has a hit and miss bowling attack as well. So I'm interested because it's one thing is also happening in Hyderabad. So I'm expecting that Punjab will play, Yuzi or somebody as a spinner, because I'm hoping that
Yes.
it's going to be interesting to watch a proper competition. I think that's going to be a really high scoring game, but at the same time, it's not going to be a game where bowling doesn't play a part. So yeah, that one. The other game I'm looking forward to is the exact opposite reason. It's Mumbai Indians versus Lucknow Super Giants, because I want to see who aura farms more, Hardik or Digvish Rathi. So it's going to be fun. Uh, yeah, man, peak Arya, peak Ravada. It's going to be a treat to watch Ravada as well. And honestly, I don't think Chahal will play against Gill, because they won't bring out Chahal in a flat track like that, but they might bring out Chahal at Hyderabad. You never know.
Char will play. Despite
Any player that you are keen to watch this week?
RCB only has the one game, so Virat will probably only get that one innings next week. So I'm not particularly looking forward to that, but I am looking at Rajasthan. I think Rajasthan has 2 games next week or one.
Yeah, Rajasthan
No,
has.
they have just the one game. I think they have one game on Saturday.
Okay.
That's it. So yeah, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, another person that I want to watch more. And I want to watch him against DC again. Definitely, that's one thing I'm very much looking forward to. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, so as far as I am concerned, there is a match happening on Monday, which is between Mumbai and Lucknow, number 9 and number 10 on the table. So it's a match of equals. So match of equals is always fun. Yes, match of equal. Okay, you never know. Like Kolkata also like might get to that spot by the time this match happens. So Kolkata is equally bad.
Not
They
if
just
it's
have had
Suri's prediction.
yeah
Not if
no.
Suri's prediction comes true.
It's just that Kolkata have had that one washed out match, so they have that extra point. But KKR are equally bad. But Mumbai Lucknow match I'm looking forward to. Um, Also to see whether Nicholas Puran gets another game, because like I don't think he
Not for
probably
this season.
gets into
Not for this
this
season.
squad. Yeah,
He's gonna
I
have to
don't
go
think.
ahead and do some really good stuff in the leagues over the rest of this year to even be accountable for next year. I feel like he would
Yeah,
really have to put in performances all over the
I
board.
agree. And with Mumbai, I want to see who does Hardik blame now after the next loss if they lose.
Digvish.
Suren, you were saying something?
No, I'm just saying in terms of Nicholas Puran, he will definitely play remaining of this. Give an example.
Why do you think so?
I remember I ordered something online, like a T-shirt. Okay, when it came to me, it was very tight, but I can't give it back. I can't return it as well. The thing is, logical thing for me to do is not wear it, because I'm like, it's too tight. Why the fuck will I wear it? But I'm just like, I spent money on it. I need to wear it. So what it was, I kept wearing it.
You
And
know,
I suffered through it, but I kept wearing it because I'm like, they cannot win.
Sure.
So
I
that's
feel like we have Goenka ji on call, And right now, me and Surya were talking about, hey, can we get Sanjeev Goenka to call? Hey, guess what? He's here.
At least in
So
spirit.
why won't you remove Nicky B from squad? You know I want a shirt.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Same with you guys as well. If you spend that much money, you would just be like, okay, see, I'll tell you logically as well. For
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year, if this guy is supposed to be in my team next year, whatever the situation is, if he performs the next 5 games in a way that he gets 1 century or something, and then he gets like 30, 40 quick runs, whatever it is, and he's proving himself well, then it's a good indication for me to take him next year. But if he doesn't perform at all, my only evidence of him is the first 6 matches where he didn't perform.
Ketan
Rohit,
bhai, look, Rohit is personal for everybody. Okay, we all love Rohit a lot. Okay, and him being removed from captaincy obviously was bad, but I think they are looking at the consequences of that decision. I feel worse for them now than I did back then. So I feel worse for Rohit now. I
No,
mean,
I
it must
feel
have
about
hurt losing captaincy, but it must hurt a lot more watching your team go through what it's going through right now.
see captaincy being let off from Dhoni for CSK and MI Rohit Sharma. That was supposed to happen because they need to look at future. If not, it's
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah, they need to move on. They need to move
Same
forward.
with Kohli. The only difference is after removing Kohli, RCB's golden day started. So that's a very different topic to talk about. But end of
I
the day,
think it
like
was not managed well. Suri, the problem is
yeah, it's not
Rohit being removed
manageable.
from captaincy was not managed well.
Honestly,
You
it's the management. I'll tell you how it goes. Okay, when they said they'll remove all of this, but thing is, public is so hell bent on supporting these players that no matter how smoothly you want to publish this news, they won't take it well. No one will take it well. The public is like that. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
there's
We
any
look
way
back,
you can take
but
it in public.
now I think removing Kohli from captaincy was the right decision. At that point, I was mad as hell. So yeah, makes sense.
Exactly. Now because it
mad as hell,
good results.
but the audience accepted it. The the only thing I would say is there's a way to do it. You do it in a ceremonious way. You get Rohit as a player, as a captain, to back this decision, and then the optics changes. Ro- Rohit was forcibly removed.
He was ousted.
Rohit
Yeah.
did not publicly accept it, like did not come out in the public and say that okay, I back this. And like obviously, why would he? If he does not internally feel this way, why should he do that, right? So I think as a management they just decided, okay, we want Hardik is the captain of GT, so he will not come here if we don't promise him captaincy, so let's give him captaincy. Instead, if they were actually looking long term, they would have given captaincy to a Surya, who had become the Indian captain by then. They would have given captaincy to maybe even Tilak, because you're looking ahead and you see Tilak as the next India team player. So I you get Hardik from another team and pay 15 crores to Hardik, pay 15 crore as transfer fee to that franchise, and then you are like, same as you said, Suri, मैंने तो टी शर्ट ले लिया है, अब टाइट है पर मैं पहनूंगा. तो they were stuck a little bit in that zone. And another team that is stuck a little bit in that zone is KKR with Cameron Green. Sorry, I cannot finish any rant without KKR and Cameron Green.
Still fine. Captain and Cameron is two different things. अगर
I
LSG
know,
पूरे
but I cannot finish my rant without Cameron Green.
Yeah, listen, with LSG, it's like, sure, like if their grandmother had wheels, she would be a car. Same logic. अब
See,
गोयनका साहब ने
think
कर
of it
दिया
this
जो
way.
कर दिया और मतलब
If you
उनके
play gully cricket, you have a trial ball. LSG, they have a trial season. Few
yeah.
seasons like
Yes.
trial.
Yeah.
But they've had
Really?
multiple trial seasons now.
Multiple.
So
Actually, the first season was really
Goenka
well.
had a trial season last season. This season is a lot better. Like the improvement is from top down.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Kohli was the one who was just like, listen, I don't want this anymore. Rohit never said that I don't want this. So that's the difference between the decisions, I guess. That's about it.
yes, Ketan,
अगर
I
out
completely
of the
agree
way
with this.
जाकर हार्दिक को कैप्टन बनाना सीनियर प्लेयर्स को लगा हुआ, आज रोहित के साथ हुआ है, कल हमारे साथ भी हो सकता है. लॉयल्टी फैक्टर
हाँ,
चला
जरूर
जाएगा.
हो सकता है.
आईपीएल में कहाँ है भाई? भाई आईपीएल में रूल फैक्टर जा रहा है, तू लॉयल्टी फैक्टर का है अभी? पहले रूल को संभाल भाई। कैच को कैच तो बोल, नॉट आउट को नॉट आउट तो बोल, उसके बाद हम लॉयल्टी पे भी आके सेट करेंगे वो।
Also, Rohit Sharma, I think last year or maybe next year is going to be last. Definitely not.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
not.
see Rohit playing beyond next year.
He's not.
Yeah, I
Not
don't.
yet.
2028 we'll know, we won't see Rohit here. I'm pretty sure.
I'm thinking next year itself. But
No, he's going to play next year because the World Cup is at the end of next year, so he'll still want that extra match.
I would. If he's getting injured like this, he would want to take it a little bit easy.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like his body willing, he would definitely want to play next season. Like he would like that match time.
He seems fit, but recovery time. I never thought it's going to be this many. 1-2 games, I thought it's going to be out. Now look at him. He's almost half the season out.
I would take Rohit Sharma in his Vada Pav energy if he was playing more matches any day over Rohit Sharma.
Oh yeah.
that's
Because
very source of power in the tummy.
Yes. Rohit Sharma with Vada Pav big sixes. Yes. Rohit Sharma and Manny Sharma both love Vada Pav.
Yes,
and
that's true.
I love them both.
Oh
wow.
Thanks.
Yes. Okay, with that, guys, I would like to call it an end to our chat today. We have been live for over 100 minutes, and thank you for everyone who joined us. Thanks, Ketan, for dropping in live comments. And do like, share, and subscribe if you have come here for the first time. And if you have come back and you've followed us before, please drop a comment in the comment section and let us know where you agree or disagree with us. You can follow us on social media at Cricket Scrapbook, and Suren and Manny can also be found on their private Insta handles. Do you all want to plug it in, Manny?
No, it's fine. Mine's a private one, so we'll wait until I have a public one, so it's fine.
Okay. Anything to add, Suri?
That's okay. Next time I'll put it.
Awesome.
Okay. Good night, guys, and see you all next week.
Thank you, guys.
To review week 6 of the IPL.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, guys. Cheers. Bye.
It's almost morning for me, Manas, you idiot.
Have a good morning, Suri.
Idiot. Because of this guy, I'm waking up at fucking 3:30 and talking to you. Anyway, see you. Bye.
Bye.